showed that no, in fact, he was alone in the stadium, in the wherever he was, this arena. Jennifer Aniston did come on stage to be there with him for a moment. But another thing that was really different was they did have presenters, but these presenters were actually dressed in these like tuxedo hazmat suits, so they could go deliver the trophies to the winners who were actually at their homes or at an off-site location. So that was really different. But the big winner of the night, Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, I won everything. I watched the Arctic because we were out in East Lansing with my daughter. So we came back and I was like half asleep. And I've watched, I think, 2 full seasons of Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
It's good. I heard it goes down, and then the last few have been really, really good last season. So I love Eugene Levy. It just got to be monotonous. They won everything.
They did. They actually won 9 Emmys. That's the record for Emmys in a Best Comedy Series. So they just took home all of it. It's a funny. I mean, I feel like it's been on. I binge watched Schitt's Creek ages ago, and I feel like I need to go back and rewatch it because I can't even remember how it ended. So I might go do that. But so that's pretty cool. They won a ton of awards. Best Drama Series, Succession. Never seen it. Might have to watch it.
Succession is good. I only saw the first 2 or 3. My wife wasn't crazy about it, so I stopped. But everybody seemed to love it. By the way, you know what I watched? I started.
What?
Me and my wife started Ozark. Got the first.
Oh, yay!
Is it good? First 2 episodes.
I love Ozark, and I was so happy to see Julia Garner. I love her. She won the award for Best Supporting Actress in Ozark. It's a great. I don't know. I'm a fan. I would definitely recommend watching for sure. The last season was great. Okay, so this is some sad news. There was a group of 6 students from Oak Park High School, and they were involved in a fatal car crash on Friday evening. 2 of the teens, aged 16 and 17, passed away, and 4 others were actually injured in the vehicle after it flipped over. 2 of the students remain in critical condition, and police say that the teens' SUV, they were speeding, they left the road, and it hit a tree. Just a sad day, though. There was a big vigil for the students, for all of the students, not just the ones that passed away. And then the school also provided counseling for families and students and staff on Saturday as well. It really is. I mean, when you go and originally they weren't releasing the teens' names, and now their families have made statements. And whenever you see a family just talk about losing a child, it's the last thing that should ever happen. And never believed that a full moon could have an effect on people, and I kind of still don't. However, when I was in the classroom, I'm telling you, there was something about full moons that these kids just, I mean, they were off the wall. It's crazy.
I've got 5 or 6 teachers in my family. My mom and dad were both teachers, and they said the same thing. Like, I don't necessarily know that I believe in it, except after 35 years, there's something real about it.
Definitely, without a doubt. I think that's going to be where I'm going to stop. I'll save my next story for the next news.
All righty. Thank you very much, Heather. We want to remind everybody this is the radiothon for PAL Step to the Plate. Step up to the plate. So if you'd like to make a donation, 313-880-4725. That's 313-880-4725. The police athletically does great things for the city of Detroit and other communities as well. We love the police athletically, and if you got the pockets to donate $1,000, you get this amazing thing, dirt from the original Tiger Speed. Really cool the way they display it, so you might want to check that out. Coming up next, something that's not cool. The Detroit Lions, 97-1.
It's the Detroit PAL Step Up to the Plate Radiothon. Help area youth become leaders of today and tomorrow through youth sports and enrichment programs.
PAL is that connector of utilizing sports. So we serve as a hub that then attracts the youth and their families. And when they come here, they realize that we're so much more than sports. We then are challenged to connect them to educational services such as literacy, to remind them of the importance of not just their physical health, but their mental health. I hope that you step up to the plate, be the change that you want to see happen in Metro City, Detroit, by giving back to the community. And so we thank you in advance.
Every dollar helps. Make your donation to Detroit PAL now at 313-880-4PAL, 313-880-4725, or online at DetroitPAL.org/step up. The Detroit PAL Step Up to the Plate Radiothon on 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey everybody, Nick Costos here with a Bet River Sports Betting Minute brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, your hometown sportsbook. Tonight, the Saints take on the Raiders in Vegas. New Orleans around a 5.5-point road favorite. Raiders plus 195 on the money line, total around 49.5. I'm expecting the Saints to take care of business. Michael Thomas or no Michael Thomas, Saints are the better team. I like the Saints to win and cover. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, your hometown sportsbook. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day.
Want to win $5,000 just for picking football games? BetRivers.net has a weekly football contest where they're giving away $5,000. That's $5,000 each week. And the entry cost is free. Go to BetRivers.net and sign up for your free account. Once you do, you're ready to enter your picks each week. Don't miss your chance to win. Go to BetRivers.net today. That's BetRivers.net. Must be 21. See official rules for details.
It's here. It's really here. Better prices. I can't believe it. Finally, more choice.
Michigan Auto Reform is here, and that means more choices for personal injury protection. With Allstate, you can lower your costs, not your standards. We'll help you navigate your needs, along with your budget. There's no better time to get a quote from Allstate. Click or call today.
Stop dreaming and start driving with a low auto loan rate from Community Financial. Low rates and no application fee mean you'll drive away with a payment designed to fit your budget. Get started today at cfcu.org.
We saved serious cash with our Progressive Home and Auto Bundle and used the money to buy a new boat.
Who's ready to water ski?
This is not a real testimonial. Sure, customers can save big money with Progressive, but larger strike zone mailing area for faster, more accurate installations. You work hard, now work smarter. Sign up for free at beaconproplus.com today.
You run a business and you need better wireless. 3 words, no more compromise. With the T-Mobile Business Advantage, you get the largest 5G network, award-winning customer support, and insanely great value. No trade-offs. Right now, get up to 90 days of unlimited free on business plans when you switch via bill credits. Stop in to find out more. Plus taxes and fees for some plans. Complete quote within 60 days. Customers over 50 gigabytes per month have lower speeds during congestion. Video at 480p unlimited on our network. See T-Mobile.com for 5G devices coverage and plan details.
When you're stressed, you just don't feel like yourself. New Natrol Relaxia, a full line of drug-free supplements to help you manage occasional stress and anxiety. A special blend of herbals keeps you feeling calm and balanced throughout the day. Because when there's less stress, there's more you. Try New Natrol Relaxia. Learn more at relaxiamood.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Pepero of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
The only way you can take 97 on the ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere. Every dollar helps. Make your donation to Detroit Pal now at 313-880-4PAL. 313-880-4725. Or online at DetroitPal.org/step-up. It's the Detroit Pal Step Up to the Plate Radiothon on 97.1 The Ticket.
That was just an impressive drive.
It's a Lions leap at Lambeau.
That's from Fox, the crew of Greg Jennings, Brock Heward, and Chris Myers. It was thrilling. Yeah, look, the Lions, man, they just drove down that field, pound the rock. They were running the ball, John Jansen kind of football.
It was great. Great way to open, set the tone in Lambeau. Hey, we're going to take control. No fans here. We're going to make this Ford Field of Wisconsin.
Look, here's the thing, and our telephone number and our text number, 248-539-9797. Look, there's so many problems with this football team. The one thing, if you're looking for anything positive, they certainly come ready to play for the most part. I mean, they started off a little sluggish in the first game, but, they got it together. I mean, yesterday, they dominated early. That was one of the best first quarters of Lion football you've seen in a long time. Best quarters of Lion football, 14-3. But you knew it was there. You knew because you could even see stuff that the Packers were running the ball, and
Gashing the ball, not just running the ball. It was 10 yards a clip.
Yeah, and the Lions were. The Packers, you could say, well, we got kind of an excuse. Kenny Clark's not playing, right? Lions had no excuse from the D-line, right? Am I missing somebody? Nick Williams, okay, he wasn't even a starter anyway.
Right, and so when you have, gosh, it's frustrating to watch because they're not doing anything different. If you're getting gashed in week 1, week 2 you make some changes. You try and move some guys around up front. You create movement because you're not holding up against double teams. You're not winning one-on-one matchups. So you start with movement, and that's, hey, you bring a 3 technique across the face of the guard. You move the nose around on the center so that the center has to, move you make the guys move their feet. See if they can block movement.
Yeah.
But there's no change.
Right. I think they had with that one blitz, with Tracy Walker who blitzed.
Yes.
And it worked, okay? You got to do more than that. Just be unpredictable. Defensively, they're more predictable than they are offensively, by far.
Well, and here's the problem. If you've got to be good at something. You've got to create an identity. That's when you go into a season, you go into training camp, you always think, okay, what's the identity of this team going to be? Offensively, I could start to see some of the identity, right? It's to start the game, set the tone of being able to run the football, which I thought they did. And I thought DeAndre Swift and Kerryon Johnson both showed improvement in reading the offensive line blocks. I thought Kerryon Johnson was much better this week. He looked at, like we said last week, look at how Adrian Peterson sets up the blocks. Use that patient. Use what you're seeing. I thought Kerryon Johnson did a good job of that. And I thought, for the most part, in the first quarter, first half, the offensive line did a good job of attacking the Green Bay defense. Yeah. They were getting movement.
They did a nice job. The offensive line did a nice job. By the way, you mentioned Swift. He caught all 5 balls. What's wrong with this week?
5 targets, 5 balls. He's going to catch all of those.
I know.
You know, it's statistically some really alarming things, okay? They have an excuse with the passing defense, right, guys? Legitimate excuse. You hate to use injuries as an excuse, but they do have an excuse.
Right, Trufant Coleman, yeah, exactly.
You know, they're 9th in pass defense in NFL.
They're probably last in run defense, right?
They sure are.
Yeah.
204 yards allowed through 2 games, and they're one of 3 teams that have 0 takeaways, and one of those teams, the Raiders, plays tonight, so they've only played 1 game.
Right.
No takeaways.
The Green Bay rushing the ball yesterday, yeah, it was 259 yards.
What I'm coming to a conclusion here today is, yesterday, I mean, look, I've said last week, I'm going to remain hopeful. It was a catastrophic loss, you know, if Swift catches it, everything's, you know, forgotten about for the most part. The reality of the situation and looking at the truth and really stop being hopeful, which I am now, I'm done. I'm done with these guys. And I'm done with Matthew Stafford too, by the way. But it's the run defense. It's absolutely atrocious. And when everybody thinks, oh, well, the secondary's hurt, well, they've got all these problems and stuff, it doesn't explain the front 7 not being able to stop the run. They got gashed last week. They did. Against the Bears don't have a great running back.
No.
Packers have a very good running back in Aaron Jones. I'm not going to call him great.
Aaron Rodgers was not the story yesterday. Aaron Rodgers was, by his standards, rudimentary. 18 of 30, 2 touchdowns, no picks. But it was the running, and it's 2 weeks in a row. I mean, where's Danny Shelton? I mean, what is it? Where are these guys? I mean, look, we can go so many different ways here, but it's just so disgusting when you look at the drafts, okay? And what? So you got Dakota play this first one, okay? You got your 3rd round pick, a healthy scratch. But who was supposed to be a guy to rush the quarterback? A healthy scratch.
So you have a coaching staff who believes that Jared Davis is better than him. You know, the linebackers better than.
Well, different positions, but yes. But yes, the point of the matter, Jared Davis.
Where was Tavai yesterday? Did you hear his name called?
No.
It's 2nd round pick.
I know.
Right. And it's and I'll get into it more at the top of the hour when we go in the trenches. But there are some very basic principles that they are